Good afternoon and welcome to the Blue Jackets Rink Report. I'm your in-arena host, Mike Todd. Jackets facing the Nashville Predators today. Jackets getting a victory last night in Chicago by a final of 3-2. Oliver Bjorkstrand getting the game winner, a backhand 5-hole shot, which was spectacular. More spectacular, however, was Joonas Korpisalo in net for the Jackets, getting 52 saves, a great night for the goalie. What's it going to take for the Jackets to get a second consecutive preseason victory? Let's throw it up to Bob McElligott and Jody Shelley for this afternoon's matchup. Guys?
Blue Jackets back at home here tonight, coming off a big win, as Mike Todd just told you, last night in Chicago. And Jody, that was a huge win. And for this group, they didn't have a preseason win. And now all of a sudden, the team goes out last night, they get a win. It kind of puts a little bit of pressure on the guys today, doesn't it?
You know what, Bob? It's starting to get very exciting, isn't it? I mean, yeah, going to Chicago, you look at that lineup and you see guys rise to the occasion. Joonas Korpisalo, Bjorkstrand gets on the board, Ryan Murray, all guys we talked about coming into camp. They really did a good job last night. So, yeah, I agree. Last night is huge, but again, what the team does the night before dictates and pushes the next group. So look for this to be an exciting game at home.
Well, there are still battles going on for positions, and one of the guys in those battles is forward Tyler Mott. He was acquired this summer from the Chicago Blackhawks, and he sees today as another chance to impress.
Yeah, definitely. I think everyone that's competing for a spot is still trying to make good impressions out there. But it still comes down to playing our individual games, going out and competing. And at the end of the day, still trying to win.
So this is now the 5th preseason game of camp. This is where it gets, we're in the teeth of this camp right now. Tyler Mott understands what's at stake. He knew what was going to happen coming in. So to hear his comments, he's getting much more defined in his role with a more veteran lineup here tonight too. Watch for him to simplify and watch his speed.
And there are only limited chances. There are 4 preseason games left, so you never know how many chances you'll get.
Oh, exactly. I mean, this is one thing at camp. You don't know what opportunities you're going to get, and you have to take full advantage. Tyler Mott here, I think, with his 3rd game, he should be excited.
Well, let's talk about the veteran presence in this lineup. Scott Harrington is going to be on the blue line. He was a great soldier for this team last year. They asked him to sit and watch a lot of games, and then when he got into play, he did a good job. He has had a very good camp, but he says one of the keys today is to get the puck as quickly as he can to the forward group.
It's just part of being dynamic as a team and as an offense, and we're trying to create as many chances as we can. So the more times we can have one defenseman out the ice supporting the rush, the better, and it's just up to everyone else to kind of fill in the spots and kind of get everything settled down once that defenseman comes back to the blue line.
There's a smart guy right there. I mean, as a pro, you got to know your role, and this is a guy that really demonstrates that every day, practice and game. And from those comments, yeah, get the puck to the guys with speed and skill and get out of the way. That's what Harrington does very well. And you go back to Mott's comments, you're going to see these guys more defined more and more. Know your role and do it well. That's what happens at this level.
All right, it's time to go beyond the numbers. Brought to you by Tel-Ohio Credit Union. What's the number today, Jody?
Well, let's go with 2. 2 guys playing tonight that played last night. And on a back-to-back situation, those guys' engine is already going. Zach Werenski is playing on defense, and Alexander Wenberg up front. They'll be fired up and leading the charge here today, I would expect, at Nationwide Arena.
And for Wenberg, he's playing his 2nd preseason game. He had the visa trouble getting back over here to the United States, so he will be fresh and hungry. And just in case you thought he might not be, he's playing with Artemi Panarin and Cam Atkinson. This could be the #1 line when the season starts.
Now, that's exciting. And that's one we speculated about as soon as Panarin was brought in. Who's going to get to play with him? It was these 2 guys we penciled in. This is starting to get fun and should be well, let's watch them tonight.
All right. That's Beyond the Numbers, brought to you by Tel-Ohio Credit Union. And that'll do it for today's Rink Report. For Jody Shelley, I'm Bob McElligott. Enjoy the game.